The ranking member, I'll have several questions. We may ping pong back and forth on these. Thank you for your time again. The latest ruling didn't reflect any significant changes as we've reviewed. Since CMS has until the end of 2009 to fix this problem, wouldn't it be better to just start over and start in a much better process? I mean, we've seen from, numerous newspaper articles. We've seen from numerous suppliers and providers that the programs that to go into effect, how it's going to have this disastrous impact on small business. Isn't there a way that we can delay this until the end of 2009 instead of just, as most time when bad policy goes here in Washington, we try to cram it down all the small business and all the suppliers, and ultimately it's going to end up hurting and being a negative impact, and the quality of care will obviously go down. I mean, isn't there a way we can just halt and assist this until the end of 2009 so we can get good legislation put together?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Let me start by answering your question with respect to the rule. We did publish a rule at the end of last year. In January, the importance of that rule is to codify the specific changes that Congress asked us to make in our regulations that would put us in a position to implement the program as the law requires this year. Really what the law requires this year is that we open the bid window, begin the competition in 2009. So we feel like we are merely codifying those changes in order to put ourselves in a position to implement the law. We do understand, of course, that suppliers have had concerns with this program and will continue to have concerns with this program. This is a program that has many benefits for beneficiaries in terms of lower coinsurance, benefits to taxpayers and Medicare in terms of reduced expenditures under the Medicare program. As we all know, sustainability of the Medicare program is a key issue both for the administration, Congress, and others. So we do feel that this does offer benefits that will help with sustainability of Medicare. In the end, we do believe that we can implement the program in a way that allows small suppliers to participate in the program, that will result in a number of them being included in the program. In the 2008 process, 64% of the winning contract suppliers were small suppliers under our definition, and we think that was a good result. But again, do understand the concern, sir.
Why wouldn't we have a proposed rule instead of a final rule? Why wouldn't we have a proposed rule? We can get more of the people that's actually engaged and involved in this process actually having a voice, as opposed to, to be quite frank, just some the past administration.
Well, I think for a couple reasons. One, we did go through notice and comment rulemaking on this provision. We did have numerous public forums. We had approximately 8 advisory committee meetings. They were public. We took public testimony. We took comments on the quality standards, had over 5,000 comments, made important changes in the quality standards, made important changes in the rule. I think we've been very transparent with respect to the rules through our websites, listserv announcements, all of the different phone calls we've had, whether they're bidder conferences, access to staff in terms of meetings, briefings that we've held. I think that at the end of the day, we have a set of policies that allow us to implement this program consistent with the law. I think that the law in MIPA asked us to make some specific changes in that and move forward in 2009. That's what we're trying to do right now. I'm not sure that revisiting issues that we've dealt with in the past will necessarily change a lot, particularly in round 1, given that we've tried to address those issues in a transparent way.
Give me one example of those changes, significant changes that have been made that would impact someone who lives, let's say in Murphy, North Carolina, that they're 2.5 hours from Atlanta, 2.5 hours from Knoxville, 2.5 hours from Asheville, North Carolina. So, I mean, they're really, in a very rural area.
Well, one thing I could say, sir, is that under the provisions in MIPA, rural areas are excluded from competitive bidding, and metropolitan areas that have populations of less than 250,000 people. So competitive bidding has not occurred in those areas, will not under round one of competitive bidding, the round one rebidding required by MIPA, and will never apply there in the future. I think that's a significant change. Under the Medicare Modernization Act, we did have the authority to apply competitive bidding there, and we don't now.
So there's really no use saying that there's a round two is what you're alluding to.
Well, there will be a round two of competitive bidding. The law requires that there be a round two, and there may very well be future rounds. They will never occur in a rural area because the law prohibits us from doing that.